How did we get here? This is the story. This is the ringleader. His name is Edward Garner Sr. Right here, he's 35 years old, and his middle name is actually Silk, which is beyond me. Edward Silk Garner Jr., or excuse me, Sr., okay? Now, there was an Amber Alert at the time that was out in Charlotte, but it was canceled Tuesday morning after officials said 2 missing girls. This is one of them, who is Aiesha Garner, as you can see from the screen. She was found, but her sister by the name of Dior, let me see if I can find Dior's name again. Dior Muhammad was still missing at the time, but they actually have found both girls, which is good. So that was within the past couple of days or so, okay? But the search for their father, this guy right here, is still on. And they say that police say that he abducted them, and he is also wanted for murder, right? Murder of this woman right here, but we're going to get to her in here in a second. The North Carolina Department of Public Safety say that both 3-year-old Dior Muhammad, who was the older little girl, who was her older sister. They didn't give a photo of her, and I thought I found a photo, but I didn't want to put the photo out there. I don't know why they didn't want it out there, so I'm not going to put it out there. But she has a 3-year-old older sister by the name of Dior Muhammad, and was found several hours after her 1-year-old sister by the name of Aiesha Garner, and her name is spelled kind of weird. It's Aziyah. Again, we have these really weird spellings of these names, but that is a beautiful little girl if I ever saw one. Beautiful little innocent little baby. And I think I just love all babies. I don't have baby fever. I just love all babies, right? But any of my family and friends can tell you guys that whenever I DJ parties that got kids, I love the kids to be around me, talk to them, interact with them, show them how my little DJ equipment works. They love to grab my headphones, like, let me touch your turntable. I love kids, okay? Really, really love kids. Now, both of these little girls were found unharmed. So this is a positive story. They were both found unharmed with a relative. Now, I want to know who the relative is that ended up getting these kids, because I'm assuming what happened was that he probably ended up taking these kids to a relative's house. Now, like I said, that's all assuming, because we don't know, hasn't come out in court yet. But baby Dior was found safe with another relative Tuesday morning, police said. Now, Charlotte police said that the search continues for the accused abductor. This guy, and don't mistake it, these are 3 different mugshots. Let me go back so you guys can take a look. These are 3 separate mugshots. As you guys can see that the chin hair is cut differently, and all 3 of those are 3 separate mugshots. Don't confuse that with the same picture. He is 35 years old. His name is Edward Silk, S-I-L-K, Garner, G-A-R-N-E-R, Sr. And that's his son. We're going to talk about his son, because his son is 18 years of age. Now, police believe both girls were abducted by Garner, who was their father. Police say that Garner killed this woman right here. Let me see if I can get her on the screen. For the people in North Carolina, if y'all did not know, some of y'all heard about the mother being killed because she was pregnant. This woman right here, her name is Aiesha. How do you say that? Aiesha? A-I-E-S-H-A. Aiesha. Aiesha Chantel Summers. She was 28 years old. That's the same woman. Shortly before taking off with the children, police say that Garner killed her. Police later determined that Summers was 24 weeks pregnant at the time of her death. And I'm going to tell you guys, if y'all don't listen to Tommy Sotomayor, you probably should. If nothing else, you guys are wondering why this type of thing happens. Well, that's specifically what we talk about. That is our specialty, digging into the mindset of these kind of people to get you guys to understand what's really going on. You don't have to listen, and you can continue to keep blaming it on the supreme race in this country if you want to, but all of our problems start at home, okay? Now, she was 24 weeks pregnant, or close to 5.5 months at the time of her death. Now, Summers was found dead at around 4:30 p.m. this Monday in an apartment complex on Perugia Way, which is off of South Tryon Street, just north of Steel Creek Road. If you guys are in North Carolina, then y'all know about where that is, okay? Now, police responded to a woman who was shot around 4:30 p.m. Monday. 28-year-old Aiesha Chantel Summers was dead at the scene. Police said that Garner's, let me get back to him real quick so y'all can see who I'm talking about. get his son up on the screen, if you guys don't mind. In the middle, his 18-year-old son, Edward Garner Jr., who his name is Edward Silk Garner Jr., literally has the exact same name, just Junior and Senior is the only difference. The 18-year-old boy on the right-hand side was seen in the car with his father and siblings leaving the homicide scene. How about that? He was in the car. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, this is an assumption. This is alleged. But I believe that he probably saw what happened and may have participated. That's a big maybe. But I can almost guarantee you he saw something. And I hope that that comes out in the court details, okay? Because that mother, whatever it was, did not deserve what she got. And she was 4 months pregnant. Sorry, bro. We can't condone that. I'm sorry. Like, you killed a pregnant woman. I can't condone that, bro. All right. Police say that his 18-year-old son was seen in the car with his dad and siblings leaving the homicide scene. CMPD said Edward Garner Jr. voluntarily came to police headquarters after seeing the Amber Alert come out about these little girls and becoming aware that the police were looking for him also. So he saw his face out there and he got spooked. Good job, North Carolina. That's exactly what that method is for, is to let everybody know who he is, and people are supposed to tell it. You're supposed to say something. That's the way it works, right? Garner, a 35-year-old, 6 foot 1 inch tall man, his father, he has brown short cut hair, brown eyes with a beard and goatee. So you guys see from the photos, you see in 3 different mugshots, he looked relatively the same in all 3 of those mugshots. Now, investigators say that the son, Edward Garner Jr., is safe and unharmed, and he voluntarily came in to talk to investigators after seeing his photos circulating in connection with this story. Police say that they found the vehicle the suspect was driving because originally they was looking for this car, which was a 2000 white Mercedes-Benz with the North Carolina tag of HCV-1629. No need to even give that out anymore, but that's the one that they were looking for, and it was abandoned on Nations Ford Road. He has warrants out. This guy, the father, has warrants out for the murder of the unborn child, the murder and possession of a firearm by a felon, and he's also wanted in connection with that woman's murder as well. Police say that Garner should be considered armed and dangerous. If I was y'all, I would not approach the dude. But if you see something, please call 911 immediately, because I'm pretty sure that he's going to put somebody else's life at risk. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call 704-432-TIPS or speak directly with a homicide unit detective. And again, that number is 704-432-TIPS, or just call 911. Let's go ahead and get this fair use popping, and I'll show you guys the news videos that came up, but there were actually quite a few of them, so good job to North Carolina. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
News: the 2 missing girls who were a part of an Amber Alert this morning are now safe. Police found 3-year-old Dior Mohammed just a few hours ago. They found this little girl, her sister, Azania Garner, earlier this morning. Investigators say
they have said her name wrong about 4 or 5 different times.
They were taken by the 1-year-old's father, Edward Garner Sr., along with Garner's son, 18-year-old Edward Jr. Police are not sure how the younger of the 2 was involved, but he turned himself into authorities. Garner Sr. is also wanted in the murder of Aiesha Summers. Police say that he is armed and he is dangerous.
All right, guys, this is going to be our last video, and then we'll wrap it up. At least they did their job and got a lot of coverage. You guys see, I was not short on videos today.
Right now, an all-out search for an accused murderer. Edward Garner Sr. is believed to be armed and dangerous. He is accused of killing a pregnant woman and then taking his 2 children.
Yeah, thankfully, the 1- and 3-year-olds at the center of that Amber Alert are safe. Both were found with relatives at 2 separate locations. The victim, identified as 28-year-old Aiesha Summers, who was 5.5 months pregnant.
NBC Charlotte's Kendall Morris is live at 6. Kendall, are there any updates on where Garner might be?
You know, CMPD, they are not saying much more than Garner has not been located at this time. The department just announcing this afternoon another warrant for his arrest for the murder of that unborn child. The Southwest Charlotte apartment community left stunned.
It was a shock, honestly, because this is such a beautiful neighborhood. So for something like this to happen around here, it was kind of, you know, shocking.
Police responded to this apartment complex Monday afternoon, finding 28-year-old Aiesha Summers and her unborn child shot dead. Police say she was 24 weeks pregnant. CMPD believes 35-year-old Edward Garner Sr. is responsible, calling this a domestic situation.
One homicide is one too many, but in this case, obviously, our detectives, our crime scene technicians, our counselors are working around the clock to bring justice to the victim and her family.
Overnight, officials issued an Amber Alert for Garner's 2 young children, later finding them safe with relatives. Police found the Mercedes-Benz Garner had been driving at a home on Nations Ford Road. The man living at the home says he is a friend of Garner. Telling NBC Charlotte, Garner dropped the car off between 5 and 6 p.m. Monday night and got in a car with someone else. Now the search for Garner continues as people react to the tragedy that could happen so close to home.
It's really scary. You know, being a mom myself, like, it's a terrifying thing for something like this to happen.
Kendall, usually in these type of situations, we get an Amber Alert on our phones, but that didn't happen in this case. Why not?
Well, we reached out to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children to ask them about this issue, and they say that per the state of North Carolina, that Amber Alerts will not be sent out via phone between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. This one happening today happened between those hours, which is most likely why you did not wake up to one of those Amber Alert texts on your phone. Fred?
Oh. At least they're explaining that. I do like that. They're giving people very, very specific. So, again, Amber Alert is just one system, but we have to remember, we have to make sure we don't get to this point, okay? First and foremost, most of our problems start at home. Again, we have to start valuing our children, valuing our relationships, valuing communication. Very simple things. I wish my brother Relationship Rehab was in here, and I wish he could come onto the show and talk to you guys about this wonderful, awesome thing that he does, which is counseling. Shout out to him if you have not checked out Relationship Rehab's channel. Also, make sure you check out afatherlessamerica.com, which is an amazing documentary. If you guys have not gotten a chance to see it, it is at afatherlessamerica.com. Again, we actually had a father in this situation, but you also have to remember that he was bred from the mindset that a lot of us that grew up in the hood, that were around gangs and thugs and stuff like that, and we thought that that was the cool route to go, we end up doing a lot of things that are irrational, dumb, and just flat out illegal, okay? And we think that it's cool. We think that the women like that type of thing, and we end up doing a bunch of bullshit that ends up getting us into a whole lot of trouble, right? We let the little head outthink the big head. Did y'all hear me? We let the little head outthink the big head too many times because women set the standards. Women, you guys have an innate gift. I tell y'all that all the time. Y'all have a wonderful, awesome gift. And that thing is what you have to offer a man, and a man cannot do with a woman what a woman will not allow that man to do. Do you guys agree with that? Women have an awesome power, and women are protected. Women are protected under the law. Women are protected divinely by men. So if that's the case, and you know that you have this gift and this power over men, then in my opinion, what you have to do is you have to be responsible with your gift. Your gift is your body. It is your most powerful tool. It is your tool, right? And I think that it is a good thing that if your body is also your temple, then I think that you need to respect your temple and you need to build your temple up, keep your temple strong, keep your temple clean, and keep your temple pure. You should not let anybody inside of your home, inside of your temple. You should not let anybody and everybody procreate with you. It's not a smart thing to do. I think that if women did a very, very simple thing and just forced men to have a standard. Remember, they can't do nothing with you that you don't want them to do. If you don't want to procreate with a thug, you don't have to. If you don't want to procreate with a dude who does not have a job, you don't have to. If you don't want to procreate with a bum who wants to sit at home all day and stream about other people all day, you don't have to. Oops. Am I going to hurt some feelings with that one? if you don't want to sit around a man who does not have any drive, any ambition, any mind of his own, any thoughts or anything like that, well, guess what, ladies? You have the power to walk the hell away. There are these things called women's shelters. There are places where you can go and you can go get help. You get Section 8, you get food stamps, you can get WIC, you can get car vouchers, you can get education for free. There's a lot of things that you ladies can do that the government has already put in place for you guys to be able to empower yourselves, to get yourselves to a better position. The problem is we take those tools and we use them on the wrong thing. That's the problem, right? We use tools that are not meant for the jobs that we are trying to get done. I think some kind of way that makes a lot of sense. My mind don't work that good. I'm horrible with analogies, but somehow that made a lot of sense. We take the tools that we're given and use them on the wrong jobs. Am I lying? I think that I'm speaking sense to somebody out there right now. But I think that if women really care about life, and you only get one life, and that's part of what I'm trying to tell you guys, is we have to start valuing our children, valuing ourselves, okay? We only get one life. We don't know if tomorrow we're going to wake up. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us. So in my opinion, the most important thing that we can do is to make the best decision today. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until next week. Don't wait until Christmas. Don't wait until Thanksgiving. Don't wait until the new year comes around. Don't wait until summer break. Don't wait until fall break, spring break, no break. In my opinion, we absolutely have to make the change now. And I had an epiphany earlier today when I was coming in. I was listening to Tommy's show and I had this epiphany. And I said, it'd be funny if our people snapped one day and they said, you know what? We're not going to make a bad decision today. Everything that we're going to do is going to be right and it is going to be fruitful. We could literally cause a drop in the BS immediately if we wanted to. Everything that we go through every single day. There's a criminal out there that can make a decision not to rob. There's a guy out there laying on top of a woman that could literally make a decision. Hey, I'm not going to let the little head outthink the big head. There's literally a woman out there getting ready to go live on camera in order to show her body to the world. And you know what? You can make a decision not to. You could. You could. There is a parent out there right now that has literally got a belt because their kid is up at 12:55 a.m. Central Standard Time that's getting ready to take that belt to their kid and whoop their kid because their kid did not wash the dishes. You still have the opportunity not to do it. Every single thing is a choice. There is a fork in the road at every single choice, at every single turn. If you guys have watched the Matrix movie, which I love, which I might end up watching tonight before I go to sleep and let you guys go for the night, I love what the Oracle said. The problem is choice. The problem is choice. Every day we get an opportunity to make a decision as to whether to go left or to go right, to go up or down, north or south, east or west, right or wrong, every single day. We have a choice as to what we want to address and what we don't. We're not forced to. It's your choice. We're grown people. You don't have to sit and argue with people all day. You don't have to sit and fuss with people all day. You don't have to have this hatred in your heart every single day. These mothers do not have to have this hate in their heart for men that they really don't even know. Hell, I know how that feels. It's weird to sit there and have a kid by a woman and that woman don't know a thing about you, but she knows that she hates the DNA inside of your body. She hates your guts. And for what? It's not about you, and it shouldn't be about you. It should be about these kids. The kids just need an opportunity to be great. We cannot continue to complain about our environment, about our surroundings, the things that are going on around us, and the choices that people are making. The choices. Remember I said that, the choices that people are making every single day. We cannot continue to complain about those things when we continue to also put that same type of energy out there. Everybody has to work in collusion with each other, okay? In order to make the best decision every single moment we get a chance to make a decision. We have to start at home. It starts in the bed. Starts before you put on your shoes. Starts before you brush your teeth or wash yourself in the shower or before you step outside out into the world to affect everything that's going on in society. I have no idea what this dude was thinking inside of his head. Have no idea what Aiesha Chantel Summers, who was 28 years old, what was going on in her head and dealing with this dude, why she was dealing with this dude, but we do know that she had a choice. And she had made that choice and she had to live with the choice that she made, but it also affected the baby that was inside of her and partially affected her other two children. We're just lucky that little girl in the middle right there, Aiesha Garner, and her sister Dior Muhammad are actually going to live through this. This is a positive story, and I want to say thank you to everybody that even listened to my words. I go on my rants, but thank you guys, and I always encourage you guys to please listen with an open mind and an open heart. And again, remember what we do is out of love. It's not out of hate. It is out of love, okay? And don't stop. Please do not try to stop the progress that we're trying to make, and that is to continue to try to push out more love out there into the world, okay? I want to thank you guys, man, and continue, man, to just be good to yourselves and be good to others. And I think that if you give respect, it'll reciprocate. If you give respect, it'll reciprocate. This is your boy, DJ Just Jay. I'm signing out, man. Thank you guys so much for listening here on Third Shift. I'll try to get these stories done a little bit earlier. I do have time this week. I got to do a little bit of running around, but I will make sure and continue to keep reporting. If we find out where this dude is, if I see him, I'm going to tell on him. You can believe that. I'm going to definitely make sure and turn him in. And I will hope that you guys do the same exact thing, man. We got to continue to do better. This is your boy, DJ Just Jay. I'm signing out, man. And we'll give you guys an update on this story whenever it happens, all right? Peace.